Today on MTG Unpacked, we're taking a look at the new Pioneer deck, Azorius Spirit. So this is one of the new Challenger decks we have here. Awesome. So we've taken a look at Mono Red Burn previously. So what is this about? These ghosts are friendly to you. Take to the skies with a squadron of spirits and other flyers that will bring your opponent crashing down. So you've got the 60 card deck, 15 cards sideboard and deck box, and we can see some of the cards there. And these are going for about $40 US, so a bit on the pricey side. I like this. Do you believe in ghosts? Okay. So let's crack it open, check it out. So we get this tasty deck box here. Cracking it open. And let's see, divider. We've got this cool divider here to separate out your sideboard, and of course the deck and the sideboard there. Let's check this out. So I think, okay, this is the same insert as the other one. What is Pioneer? And all the decks there. So Pioneer is a format going back to Return to Ravnica. Includes all the sets that were in Standard over the years. Okay, so we should have a little pull tab thing here. Excellent. Let's get into it, hopefully without destroying the deck. Bit of a challenge. And we will separate out the lands. We'll take a look at those closer to the end of the video. Okay, so lands here. Got some non-basics. Okay, so they're mixing a bunch of stuff in, and okay, so it's all over the place, a little tricky there. Okay, so let's take a look at the deck, and this already looks pretty promising. We've got Brazen Borrower. It's a mythic. This was a fairly high-end one when it was in Standard in Throne of Eldraine. Creature Fairy Rogue 3/1 for 3, has Petty Theft, 1 and a blue, instant adventure. Return target non-land permanent and opponent controls to its owner's hand. And the creature portion has flash and flying, so it's the 3/1. It can block only creatures with flying. Excellent. And Mausoleum Wanderer, creature spirit, 1/1 for a single blue, has flying. Whenever another spirit enters battlefield under your control, Mausoleum Wanderer gets +1/+1 until end of turn. And if you sack it, you get to counter target instant or sorcery spell unless its controller pays X, where X is Mausoleum Wanderer's power. Okay, so you can see this is going to be more of a control deck, but we do have some white in here as well. So we've got a couple of those. Remorseful Cleric, creature spirit cleric, 2/1 for 2, flying, and if you sack it, exile all cards from target player's graveyard. So that is excellent if you're up against something that's stuffing zombies and stuff in their graveyard. Selfless Spirit, creature spirit cleric, 2/1 for 2 with flying. And if you sack it, creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. So a nice little combat trick. Rattle Chains, creature spirit, 2/1 for 2 with flash and flying. When it enters battlefield, it gains hexproof until end of turn. You may cast spirit spells as though they had flash. Alright, so 2 of those, so you can flash them in. Excellent. So 4 total. Yep. Shacklegeist, creature spirit, 2/2 for 2 from Core 2021 with flying. It can block only creatures with flying. Tap 2, untap spirits you control. You get to tap target creature you don't control. So that's good to remove a threat temporarily. So 3 of those. Supreme Phantom, creature spirit, 1/3 for 2 with flying. Other spirits you control get +1/+1. Excellent. So a bit of a tribal spirit support there. 4 of those. Spell Queller, this is a nice one. Creature spirit, 2/3 for 3 with flash and flying. And when it enters battlefield, exile target spell with mana value 4 or less. And when it leaves the battlefield, the exiled card's owner may cast that card without paying its mana cost. So again, some more removal there, with the downside that when that is taken care of, they get to cast that card. Spectral Sailor, creature spirit pirate, 1/1 for a single blue. Has flash, so you can cast a spell anytime you could cast an instant. Normally you're casting these on your opponent's turn, so that's pretty common. Flying, 3 in a blue, draw a card. Okay, so the card draw there, part of control. We've got 4 of those. Watcher of the Spheres, creature bird wizard, 2 for 2 with flying. Creature spells with flying you cast cost 1 less to cast. And of course, pretty much everything in here. The Spectral Sailor didn't have flying, but a bunch of others do. Whenever another creature with flying enters battlefield under your control, Watcher of the Spheres gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Again, taking advantage of the flying synergies there. So 4 of those. Empyrean Eagle, creature bird spirit, 2/3 for 3 with flying. Other creatures you control with flying get +1/+1. So you're going to have some pretty beefy flyers with this one. So 4 of those. Lofty Denial, instant for 2. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 1. If you control a creature with flying, counter that spell unless its controller pays 4 instead. So yeah, they're going to have to pay 4 every time if they want to get their spells through. So that's pretty cool. So 4 of those. And Spell Pierce, instant for a blue. Counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 2. Okay, so 2 of those. So yeah, the idea with control is you just counter a bunch of threats and bring out your beefy dudes near the end and do a lot of damage. Okay, so we've got planes here. 7 of those. And then islands. 10 of those. Okay, and then we have some non-basic lands. We've got Glacial Fortress. Enters battlefield tapped unless you control a plains or an island. You can tap for white or blue. Alright. So we've got 2 of those. Temple of Enlightenment enters battlefield tapped. When it enters battlefield, scry 1, tap it for white or blue. Okay, so I can see right away you probably would want to update the mana base here. Get some better dual lands. So 4 of those. Okay. So yeah, the tap lands aren't the best, a bit slow for Pioneer. Let's check out the sideboard here. So 15 cards, you're playing best of 3. Once you see what your opponent's playing, you can then tailor your deck on the second and third games. So Isolate, instant for a single white, exile target permanent with mana value 1. So just getting rid of those low end threats here. 3 of those. Ether Gust, instant for 2. Choose target spell or permanent that's red or green. So it puts it on the top or bottom of their library. So a bit of control there. Seal Away, enchantment for 2, has flash when it enters battlefield. Exile target tapped creature and opponent controls until Seal Away leaves the battlefield. So locking up those creatures. Spell Pierce, instant for a single blue. Counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 2. Okay, so we get a couple of extras here in the sideboard. Devout Decree, sorcery for 2. Exile target creature or planeswalker that's black or red. Scry 1, so that means look at the top card of your library. You may put that card on the bottom of your library. Silk Wrap, enchantment for 2. When it enters battlefield, exile target creature with mana value 3 or less and opponent controls until Silk Wrap leaves the battlefield. Alright, so a couple of those. Light of Hope, instant for 1. Choose 1, you gain 4 life. Destroy target enchantment or put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Alright, just 2 of those. Okay, so that deck looks pretty decent. I've heard Azorius Spirits is up there, probably like a tier 2 deck. Definitely you'd want to beef up the mana base there. I'm not sure what else you would do here. Let me know in the comments what you think about this one, any options you would think to upgrade. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button for more Magic the Gathering unboxings, and be sure to tap the notification bell to be notified as soon as new videos are released. Hope everyone's staying safe and healthy out there. Thanks for watching and have a great day.